Hello and welcome to the Literary Lair. As you know, I'm Michael. Well, after last time's incident of the, mad scientist destroying the barriers of the universe, I've decided I'm going to take a leave of absence. But don't worry, unlike all the leaves of absences I've taken before, this time I have a backup plan. Now, I'm sure some of you have watched Red Dwarf, right? Well, in it, one of the main characters, Rimmer, he is a hologram, and he uses a device called a light beam. I happen to have built one of them and input all of my memories up until the point that I finished building the light beam. It was scanning my memory as I was building it. So it remembers everything I did up until I built it. So, but I'm going to have to go on a really long journey because I need to find a vortex manipulator. And I don't know where the hell I'm going to find one at a time like this. What the hell? Be right back. He's dead. Well, easier than I thought. Well, that was surprisingly easier than I thought. Let's see. Pretty simple to use. Okay, like I said, I'll be leaving you with the hologram. I better go activate him. I'm gonna need this. This. Okay, okay, light B. Good, and perfect. Now this can travel to different universes as well as other times. Okay, right, light B. Oh god, I really hope this works. Light beam, activate. Whoa. Oh god, no. Oh, H, so am I dead? No, you're not dead. I had to prematurely activate your light beam. I have to go. I have to go to another universe. The mad scientist. I'm sure you remember. Oh, no. Yeah. Oh, no. Oh, thank God. Oh, yeah, the mad scientist. Yeah, you go ahead with that. But, what do I do? Oh, by the way, today you're reviewing Infinity Welcome's Careful Drivers, a Red Dwarf novel. So, good luck. Oh, cool. Yeah, see, okay, so here is, one of my spare sonic screwdrivers. It's not my favorite one, but, it's the only one I could find on such short notice. You have the spare communicators, just, turn this on to frequency 7, and then, that way you can contact me, through this, or my other sonic. Okay, so, here we go. Thanks, I'll keep this, behind me here. Yeah, communicator, all that stuff. Okay, so, let's begin. and welcome back to the Literary Lair. Today we're going to review Infinity Welcome's Careful Drivers. Now, I have the omnibus version, which is paired better than life, and we will get to that next week. But for today, we're going to look at the cover of Infinity Welcome's Careful Drivers. But there are a few I want to look at. The one for the first edition, and one for a foreign edition, but only because it looks really cool. Okay, so the first edition, it's standard Red Dwarf logo in the middle of a circle, a sign that says Infinity Welcome's Careful Drivers, a stream of something, and it says Grant Naylor. And now for that foreign one I promised you. Well, this one looks really cool because it's kind of like a CGI looking one, and it's in a foreign language, but obviously you know it says, it's German, and it has a picture of Rimmer with an H on his head inside of what I assume is Red Dwarf, putting his head at a porthole, looking like, oh god, get me out of here. Pretty cool, I have to say. So, anyway, on to the book itself. Well, the book begins in 2180. That's when Red Dwarf took place. I find it weird that this has a lot of discrepancies to Red Dwarf, considering it came out after Red Dwarf premiered. I can't be the only one that finds that weird. Whatever. So, Lister, this explains how we got on the ship. Discrepancy with the show, of course, but it does explain. It explains that Dave Lister, went on a Monopoly board pub crawl in London and woke up on Mimas. Yeah. He picked up a space corpuscle calling himself Christopher Todd Hunter in a taxi, which is what he's doing to attempt to get money. Todd Hunter. He obviously has a false mustache. Here's an artist rendering. Yeah, I'm gonna spoil it here. It's Rimmer. He wants to go to a plastic droid brothel. I'm not showing you a picture of that. Only for the droid to malfunction and nearly rip his genitals off. Also not showing you a picture of that. That's oh god, nasty. That is nasty. Lister signs up for the Jupiter Mining Corporation. And what else happens? He plans to go AWOL when he gets to Earth. But something goes wrong. Yeah, it turns out that, Rimmer is his commanding officer, and Rimmer's a jerk, and... Oh, just watch the first few episodes of the show. He meets Kachansky, and then he goes into the stasis booth for bringing a cat on board. Here's a picture of the cat. Yeah, that's Frankenstein. So, Rimmer has to fix a drive plate, and he screws up big time. How can I put this? Drive plate malfunction, cadmium-2 leak, and everyone dies except for Lister and the cat. Frankenstein. Oh, and Holly, the ship's computer, with an IQ of 6,000.
The same IQ as 6,000 PE teachers.
Thank you, Holly. Yes. So, what else happens? He gets let out, and Rimmer's a hologram. Like me. You know, with the little H thingy on his head. However, Rimmer can't touch stuff yet. I don't even think Rimmer doesn't even get that ability in the show until, until they meet Legion after they lose Red Dwarf. So anyway, due to right, I forgot to mention, the cat had kids, and those kids inbred, and they created Cat, played by Danny John Jules. Yeah, that's what the character looks like. Oh, and because the book doesn't really go over it, really, look up the episode Parallel Universe. In the beginning, it's a great song, Tongue Tied. Yeah, it's a really great song. Look up Tongue Tied by The Cat on YouTube. Good song. Anyway, so due to 3,000 years, Lord, not 3,000, 3 million. Wait a second. Voyager ripped off Red Dwarf, being like 7 million light years away from Earth. Well, that's a terrible revelation. Anyway, so 3 million years of acceleration, they get to see future echoes, which results in my all-time favorite scene in all of Red Dwarf. Here it is.
More than you can change what you had for breakfast yesterday.
Hey, it hasn't happened, has it? It has, will have, going to have happened, but hasn't actually happened yet, actually.
Poppycock. It will be happened, it shall be going to be happening, it will be, was an event that will have been taken place in the future. Simple as that. Your bucket's been kicked, baby.
Isn't that awesome? But Lister thinks he's going to die, but it turns out it was his grandson. So we don't have to worry. So, then they meet Crichton, the service mechanoid. Yep, Crichton, who I guess in this iteration would be played by David Ross, but he's played by Robert Llewellyn in the show when he becomes a main character. So, there you go. Anyway, so Lister is angry that Rimmer makes Crichton do all this stuff, and it results in Lister having Crichton break his programming, and then, you know, help fix the Nova 5, because it has an experimental engine that can help him get home. So then Rimmer turns on another hologram of himself. Oh, jeez. I don't think I could live if there was another hologram of me. Oh, and hell no, I'm not showing you a hypothetical. I still experience that. You know all those times, all those hypothetical scenes, or the, oh, I remember this time? They experienced that twice. I'm not doing that. I'm a hologram. I don't need to. So, they decide to use a game, Better Than Life. It's like a, it's like Connect with a headset and you pretty much go into a coma while you're playing. And so in it, they dream that they got back to Earth. Lister goes to live in a replica of Bedford Falls with a descendant of Tuchanski. Bedford Falls from It's a Wonderful Life. Classic Christmas movie. Rimmer becomes a successful businessman, and his company develops a solid ground body for him in a time machine to allow him to socialize with figures in history. Cat lives in Denmark with a palace surrounded by milk, but it turns out that they're in Better Than Life. And Crichton goes in after them in Book 2. But we'll get to that another day. So anyway, that was Better Than Life, the game. And then after they find out they're in there, it was Infinity Welcomes Careful Drivers, a.k.a. Red Dwarf, the novel. Okay, what can I say? I like Red Dwarf, and it was a really good book. I read Better Than Life first, so it was kinda weird. But the thing was, reading Better Than Life, I'd already watched every episode of seasons 1 and 2. I knew what happened. Different scenarios. Again, I don't understand the discrepancies. Anyway, join us next time when we review part 2 of this book, Better Than Life. Oh! Oh! That's just the word for 6 minutes later. No, from